Yo, what's up, boys? Um, let's go over to today's price action on indices. So this is pretty easy read coming into 9:30. So let's get into how. So first, go over the weekly profile here. So check out the weekly profile on NQ. NQ is to the right here. So let's draw out the weekly open on both assets here. So check out this one. Clear, like pretty much textbook bearish weekly profile where this opens high first, forms a high of the week, and we're just kind of continuing it from that. But look at this day here, which is yesterday's candle. Look what it kind of does. It closes the PSP, right? Very decoupled. So when you have decoupling like lasting basically the whole day, right? Or one asset goes way further, whatever, because you technically have some form of reversal down here in a way, right? Where I don't know if we create SMT or what. No, not really. No. No type of SMT at the low. So is it a high probable reversal? No. But we do have definitely some form of decoupling prior, right? Like look at this shit, dude. This asset's going lower. This asset's going higher. Eventually, we kind of just move higher on this asset here on NQ. But yeah, that lasts like basically the whole day, right? And we know decoupling is what? It's manipulation, right? So now you have to decipher which assets is, actually putting the true reversal. Like for example, is this going to be SMT to go lower? Or is this PSP down here to go higher, right? You have to decipher that. And here, with the decoupling, right, this is what creates PSPs on the daily time frame, is like these session decouplings where they last like longer, right? And when they don't resync, we know what has to resync. It's the next day, right? So this PSP did not reverse in price, as you can see. It did not reverse. It closes an expansion candle. So what do we have to do? We have to sweep this high. And if we're going to go lower, we know this SMT here is essentially is what going to send price lower. So I'm also going to show you how typically how advanced period discount actually forms. And that is when both assets expand and create SMT, right? So this in itself is already like damn near advanced period discount just because of the separation in SMT, honestly. But this is how it typically forms, guys. It is when we create SMT, and on the weakest assets, right, it actually expands with SMT, and on the strongest asset, it just consolidates, right? It just does this. This is when you already can anticipate it's going to happen. This asset will expand away, expands with SMT. Notice what this asset's doing, dude. It's just fucking bullshitting. So what does this asset have to do? It has to sweep up this high. It has to resweep, which is taking out a range high. This asset is very, very far away from the range high, which is what creates advanced pre-discount rate. This is when you can do what you can expect that already to happen. So at this point, Asia session, perfect, dude. Like look at that consolidation. We know we have to resweep this high anyways, dude, because it's the previous high. There's no reversal here, so we have to create this two-stage PSP, right? Anyways, well, this asset is what can trade into this gap. Perfect, dude. That'd be amazing. So that's what actually happens. But this is NFP day specifically, so a reversal happening prior, like this early, is pretty low probability, right? We're probably gonna create the high day at 8:30, probably. Right? So, we do create SMT. It's possible we could reverse here, but do we have a, reversal here really? Not really, right? We just consolidate. So coming to 8:30, I already know we got to reshoot this shit, right? We pretty much got to reshoot that shit. And that's where you have to reverse here, bro. Like this is the only level to reverse from because there's nothing beyond this high, dude. There's nothing beyond this high at all. This right here is putting in a very, very nice signature as well. Like you see this expansion. What is this asset doing? Consolidating. So just check this out. This is what it looks like. We're above this high. We know we have to reach this high though, because it's just consolidation. It's the current high of day. Right, so if we go over my invalidations lecture, guys, there you go. This is your invalidation traverse from. It's this key level, right? Because the previous session, although it did trade into a key level, which is this high here, and create SMT, right? It didn't reverse from it. So you have to resweep that high. And we're not really worried too much about the resweeps going on here, dude. It's because it's waiting for 8:30, dude, right? 8:30 happens here. We can't trade this though, right? In my opinion, because what are you gonna enter off of, dude? You can't enter this shit. Like, what the fuck? Can't really enter that, honestly. And then if you trade this over here, you're basically into the low of day. So it's just not really my trade to take. It's not really happening. Like, what the fuck? You know, next draw liquidity is like really far away, to be honest. So it's just not a good trade in my opinion. It irks my soul to trade the low. I don't give a shit how weak an asset is. It irks my soul to short the low of day, bro. I can't fucking do it. So I'd rather take the lagging asset to lows that, you know, fail to be manipulated, right? I mean, look here, dude. If you play price here, look at these fucking lows, dude. So now what are we doing again? This asset is now trading into opposing lows, right? We've already traded into this low. We already traded this low, which caused the retracement to actually go and manipulate. So we want this SMT to break as well, right? So this asset can catch up into these lows. All these lows look really good. I did not care about this little consolidation candle here, right? Again, it's just waiting for 9:30, dude. And we are within a 90-minute C3 right now. We're within a 90-minute C3 and an hourly C3. So obviously, this gap here is what we need to really continue from, right? If we're going to break this SMT right here, this SMT right here is going to fail. We're going to continue through it. And if we're going to continue through it, where are we going to continue through it from? A gap, right? We're going to cap up this retracement to continue to put a lower high in from a key level, right? And that is this most recent key level. And this is perfect, right? Because this asset already took out the current low of day, all these lows. This asset has not. And look what happens here, guys. Strength switch. Who would have fucking guessed it? You know? On the lagging asset. Perfect, dude. Perfect. When this happened at 9:30, right? Look what it does. It puts in that, whoops. It puts in the high of C3 in the 90-minute. It puts in the high of C3 on the hourly, right? We're confirming this reversal candle, this reversal to expansion candle with what? A swing formation on the hourly / 30-minute. Right. Has this shit changed from fucking a year and a half ago or whenever the fuck? No, dude, it hasn't. Right. This alignment, is this low? Like, look at these lows, dude. Like, is that gonna really be the low of day, guys? Fuck no, dude. We're not gonna reverse from that shit. This asset is ripping through all these lows. We even have the new week opening gap from the previous week still open, dude, with their swings above it. Like, holy draw on liquidity, dude. That's just crazy. But yeah, I can't trade this either, bro. Personally, it just kind of irks my soul to trade this shit. Maybe like something like this, right? I would still rather trade lagging asset. I'm weird. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird for that, dude. I can't. I know it's like kind of protected level, but dude, it's just like the low day. I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. This is like low-key not even much better because, you know, the draw liquidity to the most recent low is 1R, right? It's like 1R. But I'm not expecting it to reverse from here. That's the thing, right? When I look here, you know, when we're creating the low of day here, pretty much, like, look at the daily candle, dude. It's barely even expanded, right? We really just put in the wick. We still have much more room to expand. We have a tiny ass body, right? So there's still a lot of room to go. Still gaps and stuff below. Like, this is such a big range, right? So I wasn't really too worried about that. You can go break even there if you want to. I did not go break even there. It's just too early. If you put in like a relevant high or something, I would have done it. But once you start to put in these highs here, is when I go break even, really. This one I partial. So obviously you got 2R. You got partial something. And the main reason I'm partial here is because there's really no draw on liquidity beyond this level in the terms of highs and lows. That's what I really like to target is highs and lows, you know. Like EQ is not really a draw on price, like on liquidity. It's like a targets, two different things, right? So I just go for 2R here. In this case, there's no really specific reason for price to go lower besides NQ having a draw on liquidity. Like NQ having a draw on liquidity here is the only reason I would assume YM would continue lower. It's with this gap. But other than YM, like, I don't really have a draw on liquidity necessarily, right? So when we hit this low, look where YM is at. You know, it's continuing, but there's only two things you can go to, right? It's like EQ this whole range, or this is what I did. I use profiling, right? So since it's a seek and destroy week, this is not indicative of like a expansion type of week, for example. Like this fucking huge move, dude. Bro, this is so far away, and it fucking got here, by the way, which is unreal. The fact that it got here, dude, that is like, guys, insane. You guys don't understand how fucking insane that is. That is ridiculous that price got here. You know, that's like an anomaly for sure. Absolutely ridiculous. But what I was thinking is we cannot really expand beyond the opening price of the weekly open because of it's a seek and short profile. So that's where I targeted personally, bro. But it got there, man. It said fuck that. You know, fuck your profile. It actually got there, but this is logical in my opinion. You know, if you see seek and destroy profiles and how they behave around the new week opening gap slash you know, daily slash weekly open, it does really struggle to get through here usually. And that's enough for me, man. 5 hours is great. No need to go for more. I'll show you what I mean by that, by the way. Like, look at this. This is also a seek and destroy profile on RB. You can see price starts up and going higher, going lower, going higher, going. Look what happens. It kind of struggles to get through. This is just a good example of what I mean by that. Is why we TP here. It's really struggling to get past that new day opening gap. Sorry. So yeah, this is a daily seek and destroy profile. So we're gonna use the daily open slash daily or new day opening gap, right? And this is the weekly seek and destroy profile. So we're gonna use the weekly open slash new week opening gap for that logic. And as you can see, both my trades are revolving around an open draw. That's really obvious, right? Asset synchronization. Both of my trades are asset synchronization and strength switching to confirm that asset synchronization to a very clear draw. Like the reason asset sync works so good, or a way asset sync works really good, is when you have a very obvious draw, dude. When it's a very obvious draw, plus you get the strength switch, dude, that's like the best, man. It's just too good, bro. But yeah, I put out a tweet a couple of days ago on like if I was a GXC trader, like I would just confirm this if I was struggling or even new or even advanced, dude. Like, bro, strength switching is so like mechanical and like literally you just have to wait for that, dude. It's so mechanical. And it's the highest probable version of GXT. It's like I don't know why you just wouldn't require it. You know, you don't have to trade every single SMT variant, all this shit. Man, just trade strength switching as your requirement. Are you gonna catch every trade? No. You know, a lot of people are gonna maybe say that it's too much confirmation. Blah blah blah. I don't see it that way. I think it's good to be selective with your trades. And you don't need to trade every day, right? We don't have to trade every single continuation, every single gap. Like if you shorted, in my opinion, this is my opinion, if you shorted any of these gaps, like you see this right here, like this SMT field RTY, I think it's a horrible trade. It's just my opinion because it's just like, what are you considering too? Like, where's your higher probable draw, dude? This strength switch, you know, it's also on an hourly gap as well. It's just not a high probable trade. Did it work out? Yeah, but I can tell you in hindsight that I would not take that trade, and it's shit, in my opinion. So anything like up in here, like especially down here, bro, like this is like the dumb shit we gotta stop doing. You know, dude, did it work out? Yeah, it actually did, right? You can see there's a probably some SMT fill here, right? As you can see, or whatnot, you technically do have an open draw, but it's still a little problem, man. Like, it's at the fucking end of the day. The day is fucking huge. Like this type of shit, or is it gonna work out sometimes? Yeah, man, it is. Like we could take this shit all day. There's gonna be so many opportunities a day. You just don't need to take those, man. Like a couple of trades a week, I'm telling y'all, like a couple of trades a week is all you need. You know? Like look at the RR potential. This is why you don't have to actually be half FOMO. It's because you get enough trades, man, and the RR is incredible. It's incredible, you know? So that's why it's good, you know, we're not just taking 1 hour trades. 1 hour trades to be decisive over is kind of crazy, right? To be like really patient over. Obviously, you have some type of patience, but there's gonna be a big gap between higher R patience and lower R patience. Big difference, dude. But we're high RR traders essentially, right? And we require framework, and framework is not there every day. Like high probable framework, you know, higher time frame, it's not there every day, right? Because it's rolling another higher time frame. So it's like you don't really gotta force shit. You're not gonna have trades every single day on every single market. Like, did you see me have a trade yesterday? No. Right. Well, mainly because I was coming back from Puerto Rico, but still, I don't really see anything here, bro. Honestly, that I would have taken because it's like, you know, maybe you have like some strength switch up here, but there's really no framework to it necessarily. You could say maybe seek and stroke profile, blah blah blah. I know there's like a strength switch here, bro. I know there actually is. Like it's whatever. Like happens. You can catch up to whatever high this is. I think. I think. If I'm not mistaken, I think this happened, right? Yeah, like strength switching. Yeah. So we take out this high here. And then you, oh, it's right here. Yeah, it's this. So this is not so bad. You know, just require strength switch, right? I wouldn't say this is like the best trade of all time, but it's, if it has a strength switch, it makes it a lot better. I'm telling you that right now. It makes it a lot better. So if you want to trade every day, just require strength switch. Is strength switch gonna happen every day? No, it just happened that back-to-back days you do get it here. You could probably take something like this, I guess. Again, I wasn't really looking, but something like this maybe, dude. Maybe to catch up this high, right? But anything after this is kind of pushing it, right? Because this asset already reached the draw on liquidity. This asset has a large wick, I do believe. On daily, yeah, it has a really large wick. So it's like kind of pushing it past this high is really pushing that shit, man. I guess you do actually sweep out all these lows. There's just no SMT with this key level, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think there's any SMT with that key level. I'm not gonna look honestly, but you have SMT here, so it's not horrible, I guess. But anyways, dude, every day you're not gonna have a clean opportunity. Like, dude, how many trades did I take this week, man? Not that many, right? I don't even fucking remember, dude. 2 today because I was back. This was not so bad. Maybe like I did take a couple actually, huh? I took a couple of trades. Look at this clean draw, right? Super fucking clean draw. Strength switch PSP again, right? What am I requiring? Strength switching, you know. What about this trade here? Strength switch PSP here. Look what I'm doing, guys. Is it hard? No. It's not that hard. This I just had to close at the end of the day. So I kind of missed out on some RR, but it's okay. This is just 2 states PSP, right? Look at the clear sequence, guys. Like the draw liquidity, man. That's the biggest part. That's bias. Draw liquidity is bias, essentially. Look here, man. Crack and correlation. What do we got here, man? From the previous day, by the way. Look at the V-shape expansion, and then look how close we're getting to these lows, dude. That's a clear draw liquidity. The only key level to reverse from. Two-stage Kraken correlation. Like, you know what I'm saying? It should be fucking obvious to you, dude. That's the thing I really want you guys to see. It should be so obvious. Look at the high day, bro. Strength switch PSP. Dude, just don't even fucking think about it, man. Clear reversal. Dude, like, come on. Like, come on. This right here, two-stage PSP on the 6 hour. This again. Price receive. What is it waiting for, dude? 9:30, man. It's waiting for fucking 9:30. It's like time distortion or whatever ICT uses. That's a real thing, man. Price waiting for a specific time, a relevant time of the day to actually get its fucking move on, you know? So here's 9:30. This was a strength switch, right? So again, I'm just using strength switching, bro. Like, it's that good. This is a strength switch on the lower time frame, right? And a strength switch on the lower time frame creates higher time frame PSP. So I'm basically anticipating a higher time PSP. So again, a little bit advanced. That's why I'm yapping here. But you know, you guys see the logic behind all my trades. Literally every trade I took was what? A fucking strength switch, bro. And I've been trading this way for a long time. I'm telling y'all, I gatekeep this shit for a fucking reason because it's that fucking good. And the trades that I don't take a strength switch are usually ones I'm losing on, right? Like if I'm trying to trade every day is not gonna have a strength switch, bro. Not every single day is gonna have a strength switch. But yeah, like the majority of the trades that I do lose they usually don't have a strength switch. And I'm not saying a strength switch is like 100% great. Absolutely fucking not, right? But I'm just telling you guys. Do you see how many trades I took this week, bro? I'm taking a lot of trades, man. How many trades is this? And I'm on fucking vacation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm on vacation, bro. And this is the amount of opportunities that I'm getting, you know? So it's just like, why are we forcing dumbass shit, you know? This just doesn't make any fucking sense. So that's my advice to you guys. Is probably requires strength switching, you know? Probably requires some relevant framework to the concept of strength switching, right? It's all about universal models. Right? That's how you get your drawn liquidity. That's how you get your key level. And then you're applying the profile, the expansion kind of alignment. That's just GXT, right? Et cetera, man. Yeah, hopefully these recaps help you guys. Hopefully you guys see the quality of trades that you want to be waiting for. Anything in between is irrelevant. Like I could show you little ass trades that work all fucking day, man. This bullshit, this bullshit, dude. Like these trades, like mid, right? Like they're mid. I mean, can you be profitable with them? Yeah, you could actually, like, for sure, you could. But they're gonna be in the range like 40% win rate probably. And guys, 40% rate is actually fucking good, right? That's actually pretty good. But only when applied with like really good risk management and stuff like that, right? But you know, I wouldn't include like these trades in the 40%. Like I'm just saying, like there's gonna be SMT fills every single fucking day. Every single day there is an SMT fill, or every single day there's an SMT plus PSP. But does it mean it's really high probable? Not necessarily, right? And that's what the majority of you guys are like taking. It's just like pattern shit, which that is not 40% rate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not saying you can't be profitable and stuff like that with that stuff, but there's just gotta be some framework to it. Is all I'm saying, and a clear like draw and stuff like that. But anyways, I'm gonna yap. I'm like yapping too much. I could yap here all day, so I'll let you guys go. Hopefully, the guys learned something. Hopefully, that was like maybe a little psychology lesson. Listen, I'm not a fucking psychologist. I don't have the wise words to tell you, dude. I don't know. I really don't. But that's really my psychology lesson is like why be impatient when there's really no point, you know? Like why not wait for the highest probable framework and stuff like that? Like it just doesn't really make any sense, you know? You get the high RR and that's what makes it worth it. That's what makes it worth waiting for. And all the time in between is where you fuck up and do dumb shit. It should just be obvious to you guys. When you take a trade, it should scream like confidence. You should be super confident in the trade. So, anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Y'all have a good weekend. We will try to do a stream this week. We haven't done a back test in a minute. We'll see what we end up doing. But yeah, guys, catch you guys later. Appreciate all support. Thanks for using code GXT. They'll using the chat. We're gonna do a giveaway Sunday for you guys, and that's pretty much it. I'm glad to be back, and yeah, we'll get the recaps rolling again, and yeah, y'all have a good week. End.